Hi, going to try and find a more similar rival, or at least try and find a competitive race. So I'm going to take out Max for Russell. See if that changes anything in terms of my matchmaking. Okay. This could have been very unfortunate with some very hard groups to get through, qualifying through on this opening round, so I'm not going to take this guy for granted. Most would, the 3Q badges, but he may just not know about sandbagging, might go full power and then not be able to make it through to opening round because the cut-off's too high. So yeah, there we go. It's a little bit closer than what we've been having, so could be a good one. China as well, dodgy track, lots of places that you can go off, get stuck. Yeah, also not ideal to remain on red here as you're coming round the corners, so I'm on red to start. Oh, for God's sake, at least give me a decent bloody boost, mate. And then I'm going to come off just because otherwise you get stuck, and if you then have this happen you can come straight back on. And let's hope that Russell can keep that space. There you go, sorted. Okay, so I'm going to come off. He's just lost places there, so let's go into aerial view for a little bit and just keep an eye on him and where he's getting up to. I don't particularly like racing in aerial view, just for the point that you can't really see how close you are to losing your position, and whether you need to come off green and go on to red. So just to cover this off, I'm going to go, yep, and then here we'll do, can I take him? No, nearly though. I mean, this guy is literally just wasting all of his fuel, but that didn't really help with the cars. Oh, there you go. Took his places back. So I'm just sitting on green. Again, same strategy as most races, just to sit for a little bit. Don't really need to. I've got the tyres here, but just to cover off the fact that this guy has used a lot of fuel in the first couple of laps, so I should have a massive advantage here in terms of getting ahead and staying ahead. And we'll just go now. So here you can get stuffed massively, so just be aware of that. I'm also very likely just going to sit behind Russell, not Russell, sorry, this McLaren for a bit of time. Russell is so bad at overtaking, it's absolutely ridiculous. I can't believe how bad he is. Oh, he's got no tyres left with Russell, so, but it won't make a difference, to be quite honest with you. Now, one thing that I have been working on is setting my pits a bit later, because if I'd sat on with my pit there, I'd have just stayed behind Gasly, whereas not doing, obviously, seems to allow you to get ahead, but obviously just be careful with where you're then pressing to exit the pits, because to enter the pits, because you can quite easily miss it, as some people have seen from a couple of races at Baku. I'm going to run a 3-2-3 here, working on the, yeah, there you go, oh, for God's sake, working on the basis that he is probably going to sit and save up quite a lot of his fuel now, plus it splits my strategy, and there we go, avoids stacking. Not good here because I'm stuck, really. I'm stuck behind Ocon on hard. It shouldn't be too hard to get past him. Oh, I've got past him already. Sweet. There we go. And then just to cover off that attempted overtake, I've come onto orange with Vettel. And we'll just go now. We'll just keep it going with Vettel, because I've got enough tyres, definitely got enough fuel. With Russell, I have not got enough fuel, so what we need to now try and hope is that I don't get stuck behind everyone. So I'm going to take lap 5 out on red, just to get as little of the gap up as what's possible. Somehow he's managed to get ahead of me here with his Verstappen. I'm not too sure how that's happened. I wasn't paying attention. He doesn't have the tyres. Well, he might actually if he stays. Oh no, right, okay. So we're going to do it again because he's going to run out of tyres. Oh, he's going to get stuffed on this corner. Thank you very much. And he's probably going to stack here, so that really does play into my favour. Even if I now spend this next lap on green, I'm not going to have enough to do the last lap on red with Russell, so we've just got to conserve and try and be a bit defensive, try and block him off for as long as possible now with Russell so that my Vettel can get ahead. In order to block and defend, I'm just going to come off and onto orange. It does help, but it's not, there's not much that I could do about that, but I can take him back out on a, there you go. And that's allowed my Vettel to get up a few places anyway, so sorted. And then with his Gasly, I should have enough fuel to start going on red once his Gasly comes along round the back. Well, I don't think that he's going to be able to push anyway. He used up all of his fuel in the initial stages. So, yeah, I just think that it's more effective to keep hold of your fuel until the later laps, like I've said in a few videos now. Putting yourself around on the first 2 laps on red, you find you just get stuck. And as I've explained, you have got much more opportunity to overtake if you wait until the later laps. So, wasn't as close as what I'd like it, but it was a lot closer than what we've been having, so all good on that front. So, Andy's not run out, both his drivers out of fuel, so we'll see his setup. Pretty decent setup there for him. Pretty decent drivers there for him, but his setup is 100% lacking. There is, guys, you either go full fast pit or full power pit. There's no advantage to a hybrid pit like this, really, unless you've got a very good player who is capable of getting up the field to work out that advantage in the initial laps. So yeah, there we go, little one at China for us. Hopefully next couple of races that I do will be a lot closer. I'm going to stick with using Russell just to see if that does help draw some more in-line rivals. Thank you very much. Bye.